Okay, so what's up everybody, Super Soundsome 13 here. So last time we completed Special World 6 with Luigi, moving on to Special World 7, so our next to last world before we unlock the Golden Flagpole level. And it appears that we're starting things off pretty quickly. Let's not die really quickly though. Oh, there it is. Always screw up this. I've still got plenty of time to make this. That always throws me off balance because I'm just prepared to do it so poorly. Yeah. If I die... I have to admit I'm not looking forward to this world at all. I don't really have any good memories from this world. And not much from the next one either. The only thing about Special World 8 is that it has awesome music and that it's the most difficult, but it's not exactly good that it's the most difficult. It's just kind of, I don't know, the difficulty actually stretches though on there. It adds somewhat innovative way to be difficult, but all the ways that it adds already exist in some form or another in the series, so there's like a mosquito or something on my arm and it's gonna make me fail. Look, I don't even know what that was, but it bit and it bit hard. Okay, well, try not to get distracted, but when I kind of want that. Let's see if we can get something else. Hopefully not a bad power-up though. Alright. We're just gonna go ahead and quit this level again. I have no patience for this game, okay? Just know, if I get hit from now on, I just like instantly exit out, unless I know that there's something else to greet me. Because I just know. Just no to this. So, heck, I could even restart the video right now if I wanted to, but no, you've already seen what has happened. If I upload this, of course, and I am. Because this atrocity needs to be shown off. This atrocity called Special World 7. There you go. Oh yeah, and you get time off of these, so. I do like taking out the brothers in this game. Like, if the exact same level design of Grandmaster was on this game, it would honestly be easier. Just because of these controls and of course the Tanuki. It's like the spin, except you can just like really dash in there and get them. That and your jump is nowhere near as limited. Either that or these guys are just... So I'm just taking them out for fun at this point because they're pretty fun to take out, to be honest. That last one almost always makes you take a hit unless you're really prepared for it. Alright, so we're going to want to retry that part. Because I do not want to settle for that. There we go, one up. I don't think we're going to be able to reach 713 manually by the end of this. Just as far as significant numbers go, that's the only significant number I can really think of off the top of my head. That pertains to these videos. Even then, it's not significant the way most people think it is, so you know. 7-2. Oh gosh, I'm looking at this world. We got a clock level next. And first we have both a Shadow Mario level, and it's also the beat levels. These levels went for something new, but it kind of failed. Like, I don't know, like this... Try something a bit more exotic next time. Other than this is like... The beat isn't even good. I've said this, I don't know, I've said this sometime throughout the playthrough, but I've just reiterated how terribly terrible and simple this beat is. There's not even any enemies this time. It took a little while to form there. Oh my gosh. Be careful. Like, this level just... It'd be one thing if the beat was cool, like there's like Beatbox Skyway or whatever on 3D World that's actually cool. It's still very difficult. It's basically just a sequel to this level, but it has a... Okay, we're gonna... Thank you. Thank you. Okay, just thanks. Oh no, it's this level. No. I need to get to the top of the flagpole this time. I have no patience for this level at all. Alright. This world sucks. Even the world map of this world sucks. It's pink, and it's got my least favorite world map music in the game. This is possibly my least favorite world in the game. I'm pretty sure it is, to be honest. Wait, no, World 5 is a competitor. This is definitely the most ugly and non-impressive one. World 5 is just my worst to play on, usually. I think this world tops it. Yeah, this world tops World 5. As the worst world in the game, in my opinion. I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks this, because this is just a bad world right here. I'm not in the mood. I'm just not in the mood for this, okay? Apparently I can nudge the entire desk. Doesn't affect anything though, because both of these things are sitting on it. So this place and the music, like I need to go listen to some good music after this to actually get this music out of my head. It doesn't exactly stick in there too well, but just listening to it right now, I would rather have any other music than this almost. I would rather have no music, of course. I mean, a lot of times, like, for the most part, I would be happier in the world if sound didn't exist. Because most of sound is just horrible and ugly. There's a few really good musicians out there who actually know how to make sound good. But other than that, I would just wish that the entire world was silent, to be honest. And this place is just, like, whoever composed this song, it's not an achievement to compose a new Mario song like that. Because this isn't even a Mario song. It's 3 beats higher pitched and then 3 beats lower pitched. Like, it's literally did not even have to be composed. It took like 3 seconds to compose, and then they just tweaked it a little to match the level. And like, they just tweaked the rhythm a little bit after they composed this. It's not even rhythm. It's just I can't stomp on that. Like just put in a regular soundtrack for the level and have the beeps as their own thing. Because the thing is, like in other levels in the 3D Mario series, like in Galaxy 2, the beeping sounds were still there, but there was an actual music soundtrack. Right there, there's only beeps. So if there's only beeps and no other music, it's literally like the music is broke. And you don't want to have a game that feels like it's just completely broke. This is the clock level, and it's the worst one of them all, I'd like to say. Because look at that garbage. We got those, and the only way that I would really want to continue playing this is if I don't trust this level at all, so we're actually going to hit that checkpoint, of course. But if I die, I'm probably just going to quit anyways. And this level is... Thank you for keeping me alive somehow. Alright, so... we have ourselves a problem with all these enemies. Let me just go ahead and say that. There we go. Okay then. I just only wish we would have sacrificed our regular Tanuki that I still have in my reserves. Alright, we're done with it. I'm pretty sure that's the last clock level. Yeah, it's the last clock level. No more clock levels. Oh my gosh, I hate those two. They're new. Like, all these things that are actually new to the series just suck. This game, I just really don't like it. Alright, so that's not going to give me anything new. This right here, I believe, is the debut of Fat Mario. Fat Shadow Mario. We've been here before, though, of course. We've been all these levels before, so it's nothing new. I'm just kind of like reacting to the levels all over again. Alright. I have played this game to the limit. Jeez. Gosh! What is this game's problem? I'm just running at this point. I don't even care what happens to me. I'm just running. I don't care. This kind of just like, whatever. Fine. I'm probably gonna go loot on some level though. Just because I didn't want to X out that level and go back. I wanted to at least give it a shot with small Luigi. Although I hate the fact that my good Tanuki was gone. That my good Tanuki is gone. So that was 4, and our next level is the airship, except it's not the final level. We have an airship and then a castle, so that's good that they finally have 2 on one world. Like, literally, each world needs at least 2 boss places just to be considered a regular boss, because boss fights are so many and just pathetic. The bosses in this game are just, If I want to compare this to 3D World some more, I'll say that everything except for the Bowser fights were pathetic in that game. That game didn't exactly improve on the bosses. That was one of the only things it didn't. Like, the bosses at least were something different each time, except for Bowser, of course, but Bowser was actually good each time you fought him, so he's okay. They were actually good each time, but for the most part, they were just a joke again. Bowser was the only one that was really actually good, to be honest. The only one that ever actually, like, took a little bit of time. The other ones you could always knock out within 10 seconds, which is pretty bad. Like, 10 seconds for a boss, you know, like, end of the world boss, a world that probably takes you like about an hour or so on average to complete for your 10-second boss. Like, just saying, but that's pretty bad. They should really work on getting more bosses instead of dumbing it down so much. Like, now people feel like they're pros just because they beat one of those games, even though in truth, like, those games are like super easy for the most part. 3D World upped the difficulty, and this game's just hard to play in 2D, just straight up hard to play in 2D. Not going there, but yeah, so this is another Shadow Mario. I believe it's a big one. This one's probably it. No, I don't think it is. No, this is just some random other airship. I think so anyways. It's just this one. Like, literally this exact same airship's used on the next world. Like, they reuse them so much. Like, seriously, I get sick of seeing the same level designs. They just really didn't have anything for this game, did they? They tried to make it much bigger than it really is. And it just makes it way too repetitive for my liking. Like, I mean, the first time through, it's okay to revisit the levels in a more challenging format, but once you've done it, it's just annoying to see that they've used each level a bunch of times, and then you can't. Then only like half the game is really replay value once you've done all the special modes. Like, I've gone over this in detail, but I'm just gonna bring a new little side point to it each time I say it, and I'll say it in probably like every world. All right, so we're going for the save strategy. Well, screw you too, level. Okay, I was saving myself. Freaking crammers are trolls. Oh my gosh, that's why I hate Lakitu as a character. Lakitu is just my least favorite thing ever. I hate him as a normal enemy, and I hate him in the games where he actually is, I don't know, Mario Kart. Like, and I hate the camera in general on levels that have camera auto-scrolling. Like, it's so stupid, it makes no sense either. Auto-scrolling, just, anytime you see an auto-scrolling level, you just know the game's shallow, not shadow. Because if the game has no more decency to actually give you a reason why you're trying to run a certain distance in a certain time, you know, like, it's just not decent if it has auto-scrolling. It's Mario, basically. Like, jeez. Yep. And these things just take pride in putting auto-scrolling crap everywhere. And it's stupid and it's annoying, and it's mostly on just the worst levels. I can't think of any good auto-scrolling levels in this game, or any other game, really. Like, auto-scrolling levels, you just know if a level's auto-scrolling, number one, the game's probably not that good. And number two, the level just probably sucks out of its mind. No. I'm just gonna not like anything really, because there's a lot of stuff I'm hating, and this game's bringing attention to it. Alright, so we're not gonna do what happened last time with that stupid camera messing up our save. Alright, these Kameks are getting really annoying, or maybe, wait, this is a 2D game, so call it a Match Koopa. Why not? That name sounds cooler, but I don't really appreciate it as much. Alright, so that's not even a boss fight in there, I don't think, but either way, you can still do this, I guess. I do that, just for whatever reason. It's not exactly fast or anything, like if it skipped a boss fight, that would be incredibly useful. I don't think it does though, to be honest, because that's just it's not a pipe, so you know. So we're back. This isn't even an actual boss level, so that would be super weird if it did anyways. You gotta get in that mindset, you know, even though it was an airship, it was an empty, stupid airship, and we actually have an empty, stupid boss to go to next. Alright, Luigi, take pride in your Luigi-ness. So it's a 30-second one. That just goes to show that the time isn't very serious, so if my best time's 138, I mean, come on. That's another thing. I like Galaxy so much better than 2, and then like 2 feels too close to being a 2D game. Like Galaxy 1 did not fool around and give you these easy mode timers on the thing. They just expected you to know how much time you had left from the start, while Galaxy 2 was more like in this situation where they only had like 30 seconds and then they spammed clocks everywhere. And clocks make no sense to the storyline. I mean, I know it's just gameplay, but I honestly just don't like shallow games anymore. Shallow games anymore, like I just don't really like them. I like there be some sort of, like, if it isn't absolutely fun, then I want there to be some sort of appreciation. I mean, explanation, so I can get some sort of appreciation out of it, because it either needs to be really fun or deep, or, you know, at least complete and self-explanatory to why the stuff is actually there. If there's no reason and it's literally like just a video game, I don't get anything out of it personally. I mean, I get a little bit of gameplay experience, but I don't get anything out of any story, and I'm kind of really getting sick of Mario games because I never get anything out of them story-wise. So my mind is empty. Like, I might as well just go read a bunch of books again, because honestly, like, video games nowadays, like, they didn't really have much of a plot in the original, but they're not even going for any new plots with the Mario Brothers series. Like, what the heck? They're just, it's so lacking. Like, come on, Nintendo, even though Mario has been the princess saving thing up to this point, you could at least change some things up. Like, you don't have to make it an RPG, although the RPG Marios are 10 times as good as the 2D ones. But you don't have to make it an RPG, but you could at least add some sort of depth to it. Like, come on. Just come on. Whatever new Mario game that you're working on, if you're even working on one right now, just please, like, unless it's a remake of something, in which case if it's a remake of something like Sunshine or everybody's saying, if it's something like that, then obviously you can't really change the plot. But if you're actually working on something new, like some other random 3D game or a 2D game for whatever next system, add a plot. And if it's Galaxy 3, make sure that you keep up with the plot and make it to where Bowser finally isn't the main bad guy. Like, why don't you just have it to where there's a greater force, because it's an entire galaxy, and it makes no sense that Bowser's the most terrifying thing in the galaxy. He's only the most threatening thing in the Mushroom Kingdom, really. They should really add more things. Like, the RPGs, Bowser isn't always the main bad guy, because people learn that that fat, sluggish turtle isn't the most powerful thing ever. Wait a minute. Get some momentum. I want to make that jump with a bit more. I want that. Just do it. Like, that would literally be what I did if, like, all of a sudden I got charge over Nintendo. I would make every game have some sort of thing like that. Like, don't keep the tradition of having the exact same storyline, because it gets old, and I personally cannot stand it anymore. I just can't. I mean, sure, I'm not some little kid anymore, and little kids just never get sick of it for some reason. Until they get older, then they're like, no more video games for me, apparently. Maybe I should just try out a different company, but honestly, Nintendo's the only thing I can really get right now, so Alright, I always end the worlds right when I'm in the middle of some sort of topic. But anyways, I'm glad that I can always talk myself through the world. So that was Special World 7 for you. I'm glad we've got that out the way. Only one more world. That's something to account for. I might actually do it right now in this next recording instead of switching over to some other game. So I honestly don't have much else to do anyways, unless I want to start something new, but nobody's really watching anything, so... Anyways, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, if you enjoyed anyways. If you didn't, then I don't know, I'm not gonna be Hitler. Yeah, stay fancy.